I'm Liv, your emotionally exhausted, chronically online host. And every week we talk about life, relationships, internet chaos, bad decisions, awkward moments, and all the things that spiral way faster than they should.
Okay, fun fact to kick us off. Somewhere in the company Slack, there's a screenshot of my entire dating life captioned, "Office Romance, How Not to." True story. I am the reason 5 managers now have group chat content for their lunch breaks. I mean, if you're gonna go viral at work, do it with a less personal data breach and maybe a stunt double. Here's what we're unpacking today. The exact text I accidentally sent, the chain reaction of cringe that followed, DMs, passive-aggressive threads, HR advice I didn't ask for, and why workplaces are absolutely terrible dating pools. Plus, a hot take. Digital boundaries are modern survival skills, and I'll give you the blunt rules I wish I'd followed. Stick around if you like mortifying confessions that double as comedy and free cautionary tips. Setup. So there's this coworker, anonymous, obviously. We'll call them coworker, because I am not trying to get sued or uninvited from holiday parties. We matched on a dating app, and it was peak flirt. Witty gifts, bold compliments, the kind of chat that makes your commute feel like the slow motion before something good happens. It was casual, low stakes, and definitely not let's put HR on speed dial. We flirted like 2 adults with questionable judgment and too much free time at night. The conversation quickly turned screenshotable. I was affectionate, maybe an emoji too many. They were charming, and everything felt fine. Until a calendar alert and a finger betrayed me.
The mistake. I was composing a short reply to an all-staff email, the kind of soggy announcement about updated printer rules and a Tuesday training, and my phone decided to play matchmaker with catastrophe. I had the flirting convo open, the email thread open, and then that ancient human error. Thumb drift. One tap. One wholly idiotic tap that turned my cheeky, "you owe me coffee for that" joke into a company-wide confession. I hit reply all. Time dilated. You know the panic where your mouth goes dry and your brain tries to reverse a 3-second decision? I experienced that for a solid minute while the outbound indicators glowed like tiny accusatory spotlights. I sent it. The exact content? Think flirty, specific, and alarmingly affectionate, enough that people who had only ever seen me in fluorescent lighting suddenly knew my flirting cadence.
Escalation? It was immediate. First, a handful of coworkers DM'd me with variations of "OMG, are you okay?" and "Did you mean to?" Then a passive-aggressive thread popped in a project channel, the one about coffee machine etiquette, with 2 people pretending it was about printers and 3 people pretending it wasn't. HR pinged me with an invitation to chat that made the calendar invite look like a guillotine. My phone buzzed nonstop. Screenshots, laughing emojis, a few terrible roast memes that turned my private life into water cooler content. There was a group chat where my team rated my romantic competence on a scale of 1 to should never be left alone with a phone. And because workplaces are nothing if not theatrical, someone started a team-building spreadsheet titled Conflict, Maybe? Hot take time. Digital boundaries are not optional extras anymore. They are modern survival skills. Rule 1. Never have a dating app open during work email triage. Rule 2. Assume everything you type is screenshot-worthy forever. Rule 3. Separate accounts, separate devices, and for the love of all office plants, double-check your recipients. Also, stop encouraging your coworkers to be journalists. If someone has an impulse to screenshot and monetize your awkwardness into water cooler banter, you might be in the wrong ecosystem. And a bonus rule, stop responding to DM screenshots in the thread. That's how private lives become public archives.
Funny confession and lessons. Confession, I stayed friends with a coworker. We both acknowledged mutual embarrassment, laughed about the absurdity, and then agreed on strict digital boundaries. Lesson-wise, here's the short, embarrassing syllabus from someone who made the final exam public. 1. Log out of non-work apps on your work device. 2. Use a different browser profile for personal stuff. 3. Add a mental beat, literally count to 5 before hitting send. 4. Have a pre-approved apology script, short, sincere, non-explanatory. And 5. If you must flirt, Do it in a way that would survive being read aloud at a staff meeting. Also, therapy helps. Not because you're broken, but because someone needs to help you unpack why you thought hitting reply all was a romantic choice. I'm kidding, sort of.
Recap, I hit reply all, I sent a flirtatious message to the whole company, chaos ensued, HR hosted a polite intervention that felt like a roast, and I learned the hard way that digital hygiene is the new adulthood. If you loved this train wreck and want to hear more disasters that double as life hacks, do me a tiny favor. Leave a review wherever you get podcasts, tell me your own reply all horror stories and a rating, and share this episode with that friend who still texts from their work account. I want to read your catastrophes, rate them, and maybe start an anonymous leaderboard of most office unfriendly romantic moves. If today's episode made you laugh, question humanity, or feel slightly better about your own life choices, then my job here is officially done. Thanks for listening to The Chaos, for being here for my humiliation, and for promising to never let me near your company email. Stay chaotic.